Gib mir alles.
So after we'd been in Petaluma, California, we headed north to Washington State to play a show in Seattle. And while we were there talking to people at the show, we learned that oh, lovely. I love it when you do that. We learned that at the last election, the people in Washington State had voted in favour of gay marriage and the legalisation of marijuana. And to change the name of Seattle to New Amsterdam. We're expecting an influx of druggy Germans. The thing about this is that in England, we tend to think of our American cousins as pretty reactionary. You know, we only ever seem to hear the voice of Fox News. And I sometimes worry that we listen to that because it perpetuates the idea of the ugly American. Because I have the privilege, as I have the privilege to come to your country and talk to progressive Germans, I also have the opportunity to go to America and talk to just as many progressive people in the United States of America as there are here in Germany or in my own country. And they just never get heard. So I promised them that every night on tour I would mention the fact that they had voted in favour of gay marriage and equal marriage. Now I know here in Germany that gay people can get married by the state and by some Protestant churches. It's the same in our country. But I'm also sure that, as in our country, the Catholic Church is not interested in that situation, and that as a result, the basic fundamental civil rights of German citizens and British citizens are being held back by the Church by refusing to marry every citizen. Because I don't think it should really be called gay marriage, it should be called equal marriage, because it's just marriage. It doesn't matter what the gender of the people are. If they wish to be married, that is their right. They should be able to do that. Thank you. And and I'm sure here in Munich, just as in my own country, you can still get busted for smoking a doobie, can't you? Yeah, I bet, yeah. So I think we have to accept that our American cousins are ahead of us in Washington State. They're ahead of us, both ahead of us in the UK and ahead of you here in Germany. And a woman, after the gig, a woman told me why they felt confident that they could win on the ballot with gay marriage and with the legalisation of marijuana. It's because, she told me, it says in the book of Leviticus. Don't laugh, mate. The Americans take this shit seriously. Don't take... All right? We don't know why they play that funny football. We don't know why they take this shit seriously, but they do. So let's have a bit of respect for them. So yeah, it says in the book of Leviticus, if two men lay together, they must be stoned. Is that a great punchline? That's one of the best punchlines in the Bible, and it is there. It's there in the King James Version. So check it out. So we want to dedicate this to our comrades out there in Washington State, and also to all of you here in Germany who are campaigning to make equal marriage a fundamental right for every citizen of the European Union. We dedicate this to you. With girls from many nations, I play passes with women of all classes. And just because you're gay, I won't turn you away. If you stick around, I'm sure that we can find some common ground. Sexuality, young and warm and wild and free. Sexuality, rules do not apply Star Belgrade. You said some things are really best left unspoken. I've left your auntie and I've run off with the postman. Sexuality for a mixed young woman, wild and free. Sexuality, the rules do not apply to me. Sexuality, don't threaten me with misery. Sexuality, I demand your honesty. I'm sure that everybody knows how much my body hates me. Lets me down most every time, makes me rash and hasty. I feel a total jerk before your naked body overlook. I'm getting weighed out with all this information. Sex doesn't mean no sex, just means lose your imagination. Stop playing with yourself in single currency hotels. I look like Robert De Niro, I drive a Mitsubishi Pajero. That's the sexuality, young and woman, wild and free. Sexuality, your lies do not apply to me. Sexuality, come eat and drink and sleep with me. Sexuality, we can be what we want to be. Beautiful sings.